Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to get into Pixlr and create your Halloween picture from our website. So if you go up here to where it says vesart.weebly.com, and it's the same address that I had on that handout that I sent home, you go to home first and then these two links pop up. So you want to go to links page and Pixlr is right here. You click on the button that says Pixlr. Now when we go in, last year you used Pixlr Express when you're in first grade. This year we're going to use Pixlr Editor. So I'm going to click on Pixlr Editor and it's going to bring up this screen that says create new image, open from computer, open image from URL, blah blah. You just want to create a new image. So we'll create on the green brush, and then it says untitled, which is fine, and just click on OK. Don't click or change any of this stuff, just click OK. So it opens up our canvas. So the first thing you want to do is to make a scary background. So we're going to work with right here this brush. And I click on the brush and there's a pencil and there's a lasso tool here. But we want to concentrate on the brush, and we're going to use this paint bucket and maybe the eraser, we'll see. But the first thing you want to do is click on your brush, and then you want to click up here where it says brush and 50. I'm going to click on the 50, and I'm going to actually make my brush. I'm going to pick this fuzzy brush, and you have all these different brushes you can pick from, these real sharp edged brushes, but I'm going to use this fuzzy brush right here, this 200, and I'm going to click on 200, and that just means the size of the brush. So if you go over here, you can see my circle is pretty big, and that's what I want. So then I'm going to go over here, and I clicked in this bottom corner here on this rectangle, and I click on the rectangle and it brought up this color wheel, and I'm going to click on, I'm going to actually make my background like a purple like I did in the example. So I click here, but then it brings up this diamond, and I actually have to pick the color. You can see I'm moving around. I pick the color I want from in the diamond, and I'll pick that purple, and I'll click on OK. So now I'm going to just go in here and I'm going to swipe and make some purple lines. I'm just kind of zigzag, make some straight ones, and I'm not going to color the whole thing in. I'm going to just fill parts in. And then I'm going to go back to my colors, and I'm going to pick a different color for the next step. And I'm going to pick like a blue for my next step, but like a dark kind of blue. Okay? And I'm going to go in here where I didn't have any purple into these white spots, and I'm just going to kind of fill this in. And then I'm going to go get another blue. I'm going to get like a lighter blue. Okay, and I'm making a scary sky out of this. So this is the scary sky step. Okay. And when I'm done, I'm going to grab one more color, and I'm going to grab like that turquoise kind of a blue. I'll go back here and I'll go over some stuff that I already filled in. And I'm filling in the whole thing. So I have a little bit of color in the top, the middle, and the bottom. Just like when we did the symbols project, we did that. So now, my next step is I'm going to make a moon. And the way I'm going to make a moon is I'm going to click here on this selection tool that I'm over, and I click on the selection tool, but if I go up here, I can pick between a square and a circle. And I have this crosshair, so I'm going to click, hold down, and I'm going to make a circle. And now that it did that, I'm going to hit delete. So it made a hole, so it looks like a sky with a moon shining through. Okay? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this lasso tool, because you see these ants marching, this little line here. To get that to go away, I'm going to click on the lasso tool, click here in this background, and then I'm going to go back to my brush, and I'm going to pick one of my colors, and I'm going to kind of make it look like the cloud is a little bit in front of my moon here. So it's kind of shining through. And I'm going to turn down my opacity And opacity means if something is not opaque, it's transparent. So if I put this on 30 and I make a little line, you can see how it looks like just clouds in front of my moon now. If I do that. So I'm going to do that to make some clouds in front of my moon. Then I'm going to go over here where it says layers, and I'm going to click on this little piece of paper that says new layer right here. So what I did is I made a kind of like a piece of plastic over my painting. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my brush, but I'm going to click on where it says 200, and I'm going to actually pick like the size 20 sharp brush, and I'm going to click on my colors, and I'm going to pick black because we're going to make a scary tree, and that will be my next step. So I'll pick it up from there in the next step.